The final putt. It's April 16, 1980, and Lanny Bassham stands at the Masters golf course, heart pounding but mind razor sharp. What separates the champion from the choker isn't just skill, it's what's happening between his ears. Imagine if you could harness that same mental control every time pressure cranks up. What if winning was less about talent and more about managing your own mind? Let's dive into the mental game that turns aimless effort into precise victory. Before you can master competition, you need to know what's driving your performance. Bassham breaks it down to three mental players, each pulling a different string. Understanding them is the first step to taking control. At the 1976 Olympics, Lanny Bassham finished fourth in rifle shooting. Frustrated, he realized that physical skill was only one piece of his performance puzzle. It wasn't muscle or aim that held him back, it was his mind wandering between self-doubt, distractions, and poor focus. This insight led Bassham to develop the mental management system. It's not hypothetical, it's battle-tested by Olympic champions and PGA winners. Think of your mental processes like a three-engine plane. One engine is your self-image, the core beliefs about who you are. Another is your negative beliefs, the sneaky gremlins that whisper you'll fail. The third is your mental pictures, vivid images you replay in your mind like movie clips. If even one engine flutters, the whole flight stutters. Mastering all three engines keeps your plane soaring stable, even in stormy competition skies. Here's the kicker: when you train your mind to recognize and flip negative thoughts, pressure stops being a threat and becomes a secret weapon. Bassham shares how top athletes rewire their thinking to literally use pressure as fuel. Instead of freezing, they ignite clarity and power. Imagine shifting your panic to pure focus mid-game. Winning isn't just possible, it becomes expected. Your brain runs a non-stop film reel of memories, worries, and dreams. But here's the snag: not all scenes serve your success. Bassham shows you how to change the script, starring yourself as the confident winner. Bassham tells of a pageant winner who struggled with stage fright. She constantly replayed a humiliating moment from last year's competition, the mental equivalent of a bad movie on loop. After training, she learned to consciously direct new scenes, herself calm, smiling, radiant under lights. On the day, her mind played the success movie, and she walked the stage like a queen, nerves dissolved. Your mind doesn't always know fiction from fact. Imagine a hacker sneaking in negative scripts every "I can't" like a virus slowing your system. Bassham calls this mental interference, a thief robbing your focus. Until you recognize these faulty scripts, they run unchecked, draining confidence and rattling nerves. The trick: catch these thoughts early and eject them, like Control plus Alt plus Delete for your brain. Bassham's mental management system treats success like a rehearsed scene, practiced thousands of times off the field. Just as actors repeat takes to nail a shot, athletes and competitors train mental pictures of perfect shots or moves. This mental rehearsal wires the brain's pathways so when it's game time, the picture feels automatic and unstoppable. The real surprise: your brain can't tell rehearsed success from real success, so it primes your body to perform accordingly. Talent's just the opening act. The headline: mental training routines that instill winning habits. Bassham's system gives you a detailed playbook, practice that primes your mind to perform under fire. Lanny Bassham recounts how he built flawless routines before each shot in competitions. From setting his stance to breathing patterns, these rituals were his mental anchor. When the crowd surged or stakes rose, the routine called him back to center, like a familiar song grounding a wild crowd. This consistency turned chaotic moments into calm, repeatable processes that made the difference between silver and gold. Cue words act like mental hashtags, swift, sharp reminders to lock your focus. Relax, focus, smooth. Each word is a mental leash pulling your wandering mind back to performance. Bassham compares them to pit stops in a car race, quick, essential resets that prevent mental crashes. Athletes who use cue words report fewer distractions and sharper execution under pressure. Bassham encourages a detailed mental scoreboard to track daily training progress. It's not just about physical reps, but monitoring self-talk, focus, and emotion control. This kind of feedback loops back into your training, showing subtle trends and improvement areas. The surprising payoff: with mental scorecards, you develop self-awareness, a superpower that closes the gap between potential and peak performance. Remember that final putt at the Masters? Bassham didn't just sink the shot, he rewired his mind to win in that exact moment. Your mental management system works the same way. Start small, catch one negative thought today and flip it into a winning picture. That's how you turn pressure from enemy to ally and step into your own champion's mindset. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.